understand we have a few guests with us today, but those who aren't guests, if you're on this call, you already know what we do at I Am Mastery Academy. Guys, this is an amazing company. And with this company, you are able to actually make money from trading Forex. And not only are you able to learn, you're also able to make money from trade signals that are sent to us from amazing educators who have made so much money from the market. And today, we have one of such educators in our midst today. But before I bring him on, guys, I want to know where everybody is calling in from today. I am calling in from Ontario, Canada, and I know there are a number of people from all over the world. That's just how amazing and vast this academy is. So guys, put it in the chat box. Where are you calling in from today? Let's go. I see California, I see Nigeria, I see Lagos. Yes, guys, let's go. Nobody from Russia. Wow, amazing. Guys, let's see. And everybody, if you're on this call, you want to make sure that your team members are also on. Get on your group chats. Make sure everybody is on this call. I see China, I see Worry. Amazing. Where are my Canada people at? Guys, let's go. Let's go. Benin City, Nigeria, I saw India. Amazing. Wow. So many people from different parts of the world. I've seen Africa. I've seen, wow, amazing, guys. Amazing. So like I said, if you're on this call, you probably know already what we're here for. Now, I'm going to be bringing on somebody who has changed the game for a lot of people. Guys, if you know this individual, you already know what I'm talking about. For everybody that gets started on my team, except you live under a rock, then you do not know who this person is. For everybody that gets started, I tell them, you do not want to take his traits for granted. Now, this is somebody who is a top educator in the academy. Now, this academy, like I've said, helps people make money by telling us what to buy and sell in the market. So while we're still learning, we're able to make money. And this is one of such people who has helped people make loads of money. Not only has he helped us make loads of money, he himself makes a lot of money. Now, this is a six-figure earner in the Forex market. He's been trading for years. Guys, I tell you, years in this market, and he has mastered this thing. Some of us call him the god of SPX. Guys, if you know, you know, because he has made money for so many people from trading SPX and so many other Forex pairs. So if you're on this call, guys, I tell you, you are about to be in the presence of royalty. So before I bring him on, I want you guys to light up the chat box. Now, not only is he a Forex trader, he's also a chairman in this academy, in this company. Guys, where my chairman at? Guys, can I see those chairmen in the chat box? If you know chairman is done for you, put chairman in the chat box. Now, he is also a chairman with this academy. Now, a chairman 10, it means that he is earning $10,000 residually from plugging people into this opportunity. He is putting people in the position to actually make money. Now, a Forex trader, aside all the money he makes from the Forex market, he also makes $10,000 every single month as a chairman 10. Guys, this is somebody who we have to learn from today. When I told him I wanted him to get on this call, I was so surprised that he agreed to do it, because this is somebody who is changing lives everywhere in the world. Guys, before I bring him on, kindly light up the chat box. Yes, I see all my chairmen. Yes, guys, let's go. Yes, so I'm going to be introducing to you somebody who earns so much money from the Forex market, and he also helps us make a lot of money. This is somebody who I have never seen it. I have never seen it in any company or even in this company. Somebody who will give you a trade idea. And guys, we are talking TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, TP5, TP6. Take profit 7 all the way. I have never seen it anywhere. This is the kind of person we're going to be hearing from today. Guys, you are in the presence of royalty. Light up the chat box. We have today with us our web analyzer educator and top Forex trader, Andre Campbell. Thank you so much, Andre, for doing this. Guys, let's go. Light up the chat box. Let's go. Andre, over to you. Thank you so much for doing this. It's an honor to have you on this call. Amazing. Guys, I see all the fires. Yes, let's go. Okay, Andre, you have the floor. Over to you.
Wow, thank you for that introduction. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hey, first and foremost, I want to give it back to you, Superwoman. and want to thank you for all the people that you're helping, around the world. I'm blown away by all the people on this call. And we see we have people from all over the world, China, Russia. I want to say welcome to everyone on the team. Welcome to all the new people. Welcome to those of you who are watching this, perhaps the recording for the first time. My name is Andre Campbell. I'm here in beautiful South Florida, and I'm thankful and grateful for the I Am Mastery Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that this information, this education, I believe is a #1 income skill in the world. And I'm a personal testament of my life being changed and seeing so many lives being impacted around the world. And I'm just grateful to Chris Terry for having the vision to put this together. And I want everyone on this call to realize you're in the perfect place at the perfect time, because you know what? I believe that 2021 is going to be the best year for many of us ever in these markets. So much is going on. I also want to give a big shout out to my sponsor, Mr. Lawrence Young, Chairman 50. I see he also jumped on the call. This was a gentleman who picked up the phone, called me, said, Andre, look at this information. And I'm so glad he did. And I'm humble and thankful for that. And it's changed my life. So if you're on this call and you have not shared this information yet, after today, after tonight, I want you to get on the loudspeaker and share this information with everyone you know. Teach the kids, your family, your friends. There are a lot of people right now wishing, hoping, praying for opportunity. And I want you to understand that we have the gold. We have 2 bags of gold. Now, once again, I want to thank Fajiro, because when she gave me the call and contacted me to do this, myself, other leaders, we like to give back and help everyone we can. Now, of course, we're always pretty busy and we can't help everyone, but I wanted to take the time today to get on this call with her and a great team and really give back and get some content. So definitely give it up one time in the chat. Put a 7 in the chat for your fearless leader, for Jiro, and everything that she's doing and all the people she's helping on her way to chairman, impacting people around the world. Put a 7 in there. Awesome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do, we're going to go through this information pretty fast in a hurry, because we only have a limited amount of time. And I want to touch on some key things to give you all some things to take away today to help you on your trading journey. Now, people always want to know, Andre, how do you get started? Well, what happened was I've been self-employed since 2002. And, it hasn't always been easy. Good days, bad days. Those of you who are business owners, you understand. Back in 2008, I was a co-owner of a mortgage company. And we were doing great, doing mortgages. Everything was going good. But then what happened in 2008? The economic financial collapse happened globally around the world. Overnight, everything was over, it was done. After that experience, I made a decision. I said I didn't want to do anything to earn money that I had to depend on any one person, any one company, any one boss, any one owner, or even any one country's economy, because I got bitten. I was looking for something that would give me the power to earn on my own terms, to have more leverage, to have more freedom. I got the call from Mr. Lawrence Young himself, him and his wife, Tamara Young, awesome people, awesome leaders, helping people around the world. And I looked at this thing about trading Chris Terry had put together. Now, prior to that, someone told me about trading. So you know what we did? We got on the computer, we got on YouTube, didn't have any education, no academy, no educator, no nothing. We couldn't even, back then, matter of fact, you couldn't even trade on your phone, right? So we jumped into the markets, winning, losing all over the place. But I got a taste to see that, you know what? The banks, the insurance companies, the billion-dollar hedge funds, they were the biggest players in this market. So I knew there was potential. So fast forward in 2016, 2017, Mr. Lawrence Young contacted me, and the rest, as they say, is history. And I came in with this with the ideal, you know what? I'm going to treat this as a job, not as a hobby. I want to learn to give myself the potential to earn. What I want you to understand is this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still a student. I'm still learning. I don't know 90% of this market. There's 1,000 different ways to trade. And some of you have tried about 999 of them, right? 1,000 different ways to trade. There's no holy grail. I'm going to go over a few things that's been critical and crucial to my own personal journey, things that I've experienced, and they made all the difference in the world for myself, for my family, for many others. And hopefully, these things can also help you on your trading journey, also. So, I'm going to do right now, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get this thing going. Now, everyone's looking at my screen here. I got the MT4 charts up. Some of you may be using Trading View. It does not matter. What I'm going to do is take you on a little journey now. Everyone wants to know, Andre, what's the magic sauce? What's the holy grail? What is that number one thing that's going to help me get to this next level of trading, right? And I understand that because I was looking for it for a long time myself, right? What I want you to understand is this, right? There is no magical one thing. I'm gonna repeat that. There is no magical one thing. The great thing that we have this platform, the I Am Master Academy, that can take us from zero to hero in a very short period of time if we're willing to follow directions and follow instructions. Now, what I want to do, what you're looking at right here, this is a team site I created. It's called cmprofits.com. cmprofits.com. C is for currency, M is for movers, cmprofits.com. Now, what I recommend is for you to utilize the site, go through every single part of this site. This site was created to do what? To help us, to help you, to help the individuals, right? Team, together, everyone achieves more. I don't care if a person's my upline, sideline, downline. We try to work with and help everyone. That's my belief. I found the best way to help yourself in life is by helping other people. So on this site, I'm gonna go through a few key things, right? First of all, if you're building a team, if you want to go chairman, like I know many of you do, right? What you want to do is expose people. This is just one site. You may have your own team site, but if you want to utilize this site, feel free to do so, right? No one can sign up on this site. It's purely for information and training and to help you, right? There is a video here that's being ran 24 hours a day. This is what I do. I send people to the site. Here is the e-commerce information is updated. If you do not know, every Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, myself, my partner, Greg White and Gilo Morgan, what we do a live training sessions on HFX. We're having a tremendous amount of success with it. We do a brief presentation and we trade live. Come on in there. Feel free to join us. We're calling out trades you're earning. It's amazing. If you're not familiar with HFX, and even if you are doing HFX, once again, come on in and trade with us live. Now, the next thing some of you should be aware of what we do as a team Monday through Thursday, right? And this is twice a day. We have live sessions. And these sessions are for you to introduce other people to I Am Master Academy. We do all the explaining. People are on here from all over the world. Plug in, get your people in. We go over everything. We send them back to you for them to sign up with you. Now you have a system that's working for you all the time. Awesome. Just click on any tab and it'll bring you in. That's 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who are on the other side, GMT, 8 p.m. GMT. Also on the site, some testimonials, and we have the presentation in English, Spanish. Right here is a PowerPoint presentation. For those of you who are doing your own presentation, all you have to do here, click, go through the slides, do your presentation. Awesome, easy way to expose people to this opportunity. Now, what I'm gonna do right here, if you do not know, what I do, one of the things I do to give back, I give out trade ideals as I'm looking at the market, as I'm analyzing, just a way to give back. I'm not paid for this. I do it for free just to make sure that everyone has an extra edge in winning the markets. Now, to learn about that on this site, cmprofits.com, click on trade ideals, go through the information. It'll tell you how to access the trade ideals. There are a lot of testimonials here. Here's one from your own fearless leader herself. A lot of testimonials, go through that information. And I even go through here explaining the trade ideals, entry, stop loss, take profits, proper risk management, trading psychology, all those different things and questions that you may have in, while you're trying to utilize the vibrato. Once again, these are for the CM Profits trade ideals, and that's where you can find it also in the vibrato. Now, for those of you who are also new, here are just a few, screenshots on how to even get into a trade. We don't really do a lot of pending orders. Those of you who follow me, most of the trades I call, they're pretty close to the entry. If not, you can always put in usually a buy stop or a sell stop. Once again, utilize this information to kind of learn and get up to speed also on how we're doing this. And you can join the Telegram groups to get the signals directly to you also. Now, going through this site, one thing you're going to see right here is 72-hour fast start. Once again, anybody can use this information to help you get your team members, your customers going fast. Here's a 72-hour fast start. Here's how to set the phone up. Right here under trading strategies, I have a list of 5 of the trading strategies that I like to utilize. Trade ideals, of course, HFX, the DeLorean, right here, the BYOB, and also here the rules you can download. Here is a very powerful strategy by Benny Allen on how to capitalize and use a harmonic scanner. Right here, this is a video you may want to watch also. I take about 30 minutes and go through some of the steps on how I utilize MetaTrader 4 for those of you who are utilizing MetaTrader 4. Once again, a lot of information. Back here, the system, right? 2 things I want you to definitely pay attention to, right? One of them is mindset. I'm going to go over that one, which is vitally important. As a matter of fact, I believe it's the number one factor that will determine your trading success. The next one, for those of you who want to go chairman, people are always asking, how do you guys go chairman? Right here, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand this, right? There are 10 videos right here. You're 10 videos away from an extra $10,000 a month. Go through these 10 videos, view the information, learn how to become a professional at building your team, building your downline, helping other people around the world. It's all about the system. Once you understand the system, and the system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money, that's exactly what you're going to do. Now you're going to have momentum. This thing becomes simple, it becomes fun, and it becomes duplicatable. Once again, the information is here. Not going to go through it. Everything is right here. Go through the information, and I'm looking forward to seeing many of you at the rank of chairman very soon, going into 2021. Now, I'm going to go back to, and here you can also follow us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. Once again, we're all one team together. Everyone achieves more. Now, right here under mindset, right? What I want you to do after this call, if you've not done so already, I want you to watch these videos, everything on this page under mindset. Number 1 here is dealing with risk management. This is one of the things that trip me up. This is one of the things that prevents like 95% of people from having any long-term trading success, in the markets. And the next one is right here, which I believe is number 1, trading psychology. I'll also be replacing this video very soon with my own video going over trading psychology. So what we're going to do now, we're going to move on, right? Now, what I'm going to do before I jump into the charts, which I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up the web analyzer. This is a view from the Vibrata. Some of you, majority of you should have that. The Vibrata is another standalone product, very powerful product, a lot of different strategies in here. Now, what you're looking at right here is an SPX 500. What I do is when I call out the trade ideals, for those of you who are new watching this for the first time, when I'm looking at the charts, what I do, I send out the message and I'll simply give a suggestion, which is a trade ideal, on what I'm seeing, my analysis of the market, which may be the same or different from what you're seeing, right? Once again, 1,000 different ways to trade, right? So very simply, I'll call a sell or a buy, up or down, and I'll give you a stop loss and a few take profits. And what I also like to do is give notes and kind of like walk you through the trades. Like, for instance, today, right? We caught the SPX 500. We caught that down for a big move. And you're looking at my screen right here. This is it, came all the way down, right? I think over 500 pips. And this morning when I got up, I looked at the market and I realized it had hit a major support and resistance level. And there was a chance that this pair may go up, may bounce up, right? If you don't know what major support and resistance is, don't worry about it. That's where you want to get in and complete the I Am Mastery Academy. All the information's in there to take you from A to Z on your trading journey, right? And I'm gonna recommend a few people: Abel Melendez, Lee Allen, Curtis Cobreen Branch, awesome educators, that are teaching every single day on how to do this. So many, I can't even name them all, but they're definitely in there, right? Now, This morning, if you guys notice on this last update, I talked about it hitting TP5, and then I said if it couldn't get below what was that 3650, which is a strong floor support, it may bounce. And guess what happened? It pushed down a little bit, almost hit TP6, and it bounced right back up. And I put some retracement levels there for you guys, in case some of you want to counter trend trade and it went up and you're able to catch that if you chose to. We caught GJ this week, Great British Pound versus Japanese Yen. And we also caught, what was it, Bitcoin. And that Bitcoin trade, I think it's still going down. I know I'm talking fast, but this is being recorded, so you can go back and finish it, because once again, we got limited amounts of time, right? Okay, let's keep it moving. We'll come back to this. Once again, this is the vibrato software, the back office, and what you're looking at right here is simply a markup I have of the SPX 500. Now, for those of you taking notes, what I like to use, I utilize the Heikin-Achi candlesticks, right? And right here in the vibrata, if you go here, you can select, they're right here. Heikin-Achi candlesticks, right? Now, Heikin-Achi is Japanese. Heikin means average. Ashi means pace, average pace. They're a little bit different than the regular candlesticks. And why do you use them, Andre? Why do you like them? I'll tell you why. And I could do a whole nother training on this, right? First of all, with the Heikin-Achi candlesticks, there are only 3 types of candles, right? You're either going to have, let me do this. You're either going to have a bullish candle going up, or a bullish or a bearish candle going down, or you'll have some kind of doji candle, right? For those of you who don't know what a doji is, once again, the I Am Master Academy, it's all in there, right? Here's a doji, here's a doji. The doji candles, the body of the candle is very small and the wicks are longer. That's it, those 3 candles. So I'm only looking for 3 different candles, right? I'm not looking for all the other, candle patterns that there's so many, hammers, so many different things, right? But once again, with Heikin-Achi, you're only looking for 3 types of candles. And I'm going to go over those a little bit and how you can kind of like look to see, how you can utilize Heikin-Achi candlesticks, within your trading. And all I did here, I just marked up support and resistance zones. Once again, do not have time to go through exactly support and resistance zones. This is in the I Am Master Academy. And here's something I recommend, right? Many people I talk to never even complete the academy. I'm gonna repeat that. Many people never even complete the academy. That's like you want to become a surgeon, operate on people with only 6 months of med school. You got to go through, finish the information, get the knowledge, get the information to master your craft. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, you're only looking to master a few basic techniques, master the mundane, do the same thing over and over. Once again, there are 1,000 different ways to trade, and all you're looking to do is master one. Now, what I'm going to do right here, before I go into all the details of different strategies, different things, let's go over some important information. Once again, I believe this is the number one thing that's going to have the biggest impact on your trading. Andre, why is that? I thought it was this trading strategy, that trading strategy, this style, that style. No. Here's what I want you to think about, right? I'm giving these trade ideals pretty much every week, sometimes daily. And I speak to people still who, although they get the right entry, the right take profit, they get the stop loss, they're still not earning money, they're still not winning. Now, I want you to think about that. How is that possible? Once again, I'm giving them the trades, the analysis. Those of you who follow, have a very high win rate. But how is it possible for a person still to lose and still not to earn money? Ladies and gentlemen, listen, we're here to do one thing. Most people think that one thing is to earn money. We're here to earn money, but the one thing that you want to do, you want to follow the system. System, once again, stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. This is why everyone's a demo millionaire, right? Everyone can take a demo account to $1 million, right? One time for all the demo millionaires in the chat, right? Put a D in the chat for the demo millionaires, right? Everybody can trade a demo account to $1 million, right? It's easy, right? But what happens when you begin trading live money, real money in the markets? A lot of different things begin to happen, right? And you know why that is? The reason is it's very simple. There's an unlimited amount of money that we can earn trading, right? But there is a finite amount of money that we can lose, right? We have a certain amount of it in our account that we can lose. Once that's gone, it's gone. Now, the sky's the limit on how much we can earn. So, what I want you to start doing is don't think like I used to think when I was an amateur, right? I'm always looking, well, how much can I win? Professionals always look at how much can I lose? Protect your capital, right? So, let's talk about trading psychology, right? Now, I'm not going to read this line for line. You're looking at this, read this very quickly for yourself, and you'll notice, right? The one thing is emotional discipline, right? Very, very key. A lot of people are learning, they're trying to earn, but they don't have any emotional discipline, right? Now you can see here expertise, the analysis, having extensive knowledge about trading is not the only factor. What does that mean in a nutshell? That means you can read all the books, watch all the videos, get on all the trainings, everything, have all the information, but you may still not become profitable, at least not for long term, not reach your goals, right? You may have access to all the indicators, a million different indicators, right? There's so many indicators now on the market, so many, get one for $9.99, the holy grail, right? But here is the thing, mastering the psychology, and each of us have to do this on an individual basis, right? Trading psychology is often overlooked, right? I speak to people contact me from all over the world, regarding trading. And one of the things that I notice is this area when I ask people, well, what about your trading psychology? What material are you educating yourself on that? It's almost little to none. Everybody wants to know about the next strategy, Gann, Elliott Wave, Fibonacci, everything, all the different things, the cloud, the this, stochastics, RSI. That's what everyone's looking at, but they leave out the most important part, right? Trading psychology. Let's go through this, right? Here's what happens to the majority of people. This is what happens to me. If you've been trading for a period of time, it's probably happened to you. If you're brand new, don't worry, it will happen to you, right? The emotional roller coaster. Trading can be an emotional roller coaster. Now, I had someone say to me one time, Andre, how can I take my emotions out of the trading? I want to trade like a robot. You can't. We're all human beings. Emotions is something that God put inside of us, right? So it's impossible to fully take emotions out of trading, right? I still have emotions sometimes when I'm trading. It's just a natural part of being a human being. What we learn how to do though is how to control our emotions, right? That is a key thing. So here's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say a trade came out. This can come from Vibrata, my trade ideals. It can come from Gold Cup, Swipe Coin. It can come from pivots. It can come from levels. It can come from HFX. All the great things that we have in the IMS Mastery Academy, right? Even Swipe Coin, Swipe trades, right? Here's what happens, right? You get that trade, you win the trade, right? You're feeling good about yourself. Trade number 2 is a bigger trade. Hey, we just crushed this. We won that. You're feeling real good about yourself, right? Trade number 3, another small winner. Being a human being, right? What we have a tendency to do is when we begin winning, trading begins to look very simple. It begins to look very easy. We begin to forget about risk management. We begin to forget about trading psychology. We now start thinking about, what? I need to buy a new house, a new car, new shoes, new clothes, pay these bills, right? Those are the things that we begin to focus on, right? So here's what happens, right? Trade number 4 comes in. Oh, Andre just crushed it on, we call it a big trade. As a matter of fact, if you guys realize, we caught this trade at the very top, right? Doesn't always happen, the SPX 500, but we caught it at the very top. It's very hard trying to catch trades at the top and at the bottom, right? So trade number 4 comes out. Once again, this trade can come from anywhere. This may be your own analysis, right? You win that trade. Now you become euphoric. You're telling everybody, yo, I got this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. You are now the Wolf of Wall Street. You begin to form your own little trading group. You begin teaching other people. all these different things begin to happen, right? You become euphoric. Guess what happens, right? Now you say, you know what? I got this, right? Forget this 2%, 1%, 3% risk management stuff. I need to get paid. I need to start having these $10,000 days. I need to get paid. So now what happens? You over leverage, right? We're four trades in, five has got to be a winner. Boom. Trade five comes out, you just lost 20% of your account. Now you're a little mad, you're a little upset. You're like, damn, okay. I got hit in the head. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens, right? Let's say you begin with $1,000 trading, right? And you are winning, you earn $100 profit, $200 profit, $300. Let's say you're up to $1,300, you have $300 in profit, right? For whatever reason, you over leverage, and in one trade, just one trade, you lose all your profit. Let's say you're back to $1,000, right? You know what begins to happen psychologically? You want to get that money back because you were up $300. You just saw all your profit just go away like that. So you say, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice. This is where you got two voices speaking to you, right? This is where one voice begins to say, go ahead and gamble, put that money, leverage up again. You'll get it back. Let's get it back, right? The other voice is saying, remember risk management. Remember trading psychology. Remember all the things that you're learning in the I Am Master Academy. Deborah says the devil. Exactly, that voice. Exactly, right? So guess what? You go for broke. Boom. You said, I can't lose again. It's Andre's trade. Remember, nobody knows the next losing trade. You can lose a trade at any time. There can be a tweet from a president, world leader. There could be economic disaster, interest, anything can happen, right? So now you're going again. You over leverage again. You lost again. Now your $1,000, you may be down to $800, $700. At this point right here, the only thing you want to do, you want to get back at least to break even. That negative voice is not going to stop pushing you, pestering you until you get back to break even. You know why? Because at this point, when you're in the negative, now you're working for the market. The market's no longer working for you. You're not in a profit. You're now working for the market, trying to get back up that hill, back to your $1,000. And until you get there, you won't feel hope. At this point, what begins to happen now, once again, your psychology, your mindset, your emotions, you're on the emotional roller coaster. So when this happens to you, always remember the emotional roller coaster. Right? So here's what happens, right? At this point, you may say, you know what? The trade ideals aren't working, swipe coins not working, I'm not working, whatever it is, people begin to blame everything else except for the man or woman who's pushing the buttons, who's entering the trades, who's putting on the lot size, who's not trading with a stop loss, who's revenge trading, who's over trading, right? So at this point, you say, you know what? I'm going to kick back, I'm going to relax. I'm not even taking the next trade. Guess what? The next trade is a big trade. Boom. Swipe coin just called a gazillion pips. Bitcoin goes to the ceiling. You don't even take the trade. Everybody on the chats, everybody on IG, everybody's in Facebook, everybody in the groups, everybody's talking about this big trade. Man, we just earned this. We got all these pips. And you're just like, I can't believe this. I can't believe I didn't take that trade, right? So now that voice is saying, well, we're back on track. The market smoothed out, right? Yeah, you made a few bad moves, you over leveraging, but the next trade has to be a winner. Trade 7 was big. Whoever is on a winning streak, you say, okay, you do this, cross the fingers, pray, splash water on you, do whatever you do, put on your favorite, you close your eyes, push the button, and you look, boom, the trade's a loser. The trade's a loser, another losing trade. At this point, you're emotionally distraught. At this point, your friends, your family, you're having a bad day. Because you know what? When we're winning, everybody, you got a pep in your step, you're feeling good, you're talking good. Your family members are going to know when you're having a good day and when you're having a bad day. You want to get to the point where they can't tell whether you had a winning day or a bad day. You don't get too high on the highs, and we don't get too low on the lows. So even when we have a loss, no problem. Dust your shoulder off. Next trade's up. You take the next trade. So trade eight, you're feeling real bad now. You're sad. You don't know what to do. Now you want to go back to the academy. Now you want to get on YouTube, start searching for gurus. Now you want to go start looking for the Holy Grail. Now you start calling people. Do you think this trade is going to do this? Do you think the trade is going to do that? You throw out and forget everything that the academy is teaching you. You're not getting on Go Live TV now. Now you begin to have doubt. And now you're on the emotional roller coaster, just getting slung around everywhere, right? So here's what happens, right? The next trade's coming up, right? You say, you know what? I'm going to relax. I'm not taking it. The next trade is another nice winner. Everybody, once again, cheering, celebrating. We're making pips. Everybody's earning money. At this point, you're mad at your sponsor. You're mad at Chris Terry. You're mad at Swipe Coin, Swipe Tracer. You're mad at everybody. You don't want to get on any calls. You don't want to invite anybody to learn about I Am Master Academy. Now you're mad at the world because once again, I've been here, ladies and gentlemen, because we didn't follow a few basic techniques. We didn't follow the system. Look at these trades, right? Happen. And what goes on, number 10 is another winner, right? Small losses and bigger wins. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand this, right? If you took every single trade in I Am Master Academy, whether what product, if you took every single trade and you stayed off the emotional roller coaster and you practice proper risk management, you will be profitable. Our systems, hands down, we have very high win rates and they work. The key thing is for you to have the understanding of what you're doing, right? Now, let's look at how profitable traders do it, right? Let's go over this information very quickly. We're moving on, right? This is how we handle emotions, right? Don't trade out of greed. Oh boy, I had to learn this lesson. Don't trade out of greed. Everyone's greedy. And there's nothing wrong with greed. Greed is good. Why? Because we're here to get paid. We're here to earn money. We're not here to sell lotions, potions, juices, coffee, teas. Nothing wrong with those things. We're here to trade in trillion-dollar day markets, just like the banks, the insurance companies, and the billion-dollar hedge funds, right? We're here to get our piece of the pie finally, right? So what you want to do, don't trade out of greed. Yes, everybody wants to trade 10 standard lots. I understand that, right? But what you want to do, you want to look at your account balance and you want to use 1 to 3% maximum at any one time in the market, right? The next winning trade is going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you. Look at the markets. The markets the last week was kind of like it was non-farm payroll. It was up, down, and sideways. Look at this week. Everything is coming back, right? Do not trade out of greed, right? The next thing, right? What's next? They follow their trading plan. If you have a trading plan on this call, put a 1 in the chat. If you have a trading plan, put a 1 in the chat. Let me see how many people have a trading plan. Yes, Felix said sometimes you think the brokers witch hunting and hurting you, right? It's not the brokers. It's not the big bad market makers. It's not the banks. It's us, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, they're not even looking at us. We're not even on the map, right? Our little trading accounts, you know what? We're not even on the map. They're not looking at us, right? A lot of ones. If you do not have a trading plan, I suggest after today, develop a trading plan. And that's all, once again, in the I Am Master Academy. A lot of our educators, Manny Canones, so many of them, Lee Allen, we have so many people. They do a great job at putting together trading plans. I want you all to understand this, right? Do you realize that all the tools, all the systems that we have, those are trading plans? They give you rules. DeLorean, just for an example, when this does this, you do that. That is a trading plan. All we have to do is follow it. The problem is most adults cannot follow basic instructions, right? They do not allow one trade to make or break them. Now, this is a big one right here. I've been, guilty of this. We're looking for that one home run trade. We have $500 in our account and we want to put on 2 or 3 standard lots. If I could just win this one trade, I can go tell everybody I earned this, I did that. Sometimes that works out, but the majority of the time, you're going to be on that emotional roller coaster. You're going to be distraught, frustrated. Why? Because no one knows when the next losing trade is going to pop up. If we did, we'd all be trillionaires, right? No one knows. So here's what happens, right? If you put everything you have on that one trade, now you're gambling. You may as well just, you know what, go to the casino and bet on black or red and just throw everything on there. Because here's why, right? The more you trade when you're gambling, your potential to win begins to diminish, right? The more times you throw it out there, you have a better chance the first time, 50-50 chance of winning. The more you're doing that gambling, your odds of losing increase. So don't do it. What you want to do, win a little bit at a time and lose a little bit at a time. We're going to have losses. Some people don't have the right mindset to understand that trading has losses, right? Now, here's a question for everyone in the chat, right? What is the number one reason why most traders lose money? Put it in the chat, please. What's the number one reason? Let me see. What is the number one reason most traders lose money and quit? Greed, greed, greed. Ooh, a lot of greedy people. Over leveraging greed, discipline. Okay. Okay. Covetousness. Trying to recover. All great answers. Wrong mindset. Okay. Okay. Let's go through them. Someone mentioned greed, right? Boom. Greed is definitely on the list. Being too greedy. Nothing wrong with a little bit of greed, but too much greed, ladies and gentlemen, will kill you. The brokers give us a lot of leverage to stretch our money. They give us a lot of trading power, right? That leverage can work against us if we are too greedy, right? Revenge trading over confidence, definitely, right? What's another one, right? Not following their trade plan. All good answers, right? You know what the number one reason is? Not being able to handle emotions and not understanding trading psychology. Andre, what do you mean? Mrs. Jones, Mary, Paul, Tim gets into a trade, right? The trade goes a little bit in the red, a little bit in the negative. Oh my God, I'm losing the trade. I'm down big. True story, ladies and gentlemen. True story, right? One day I got a call from a customer. The gentleman, he's panicking. Andre, I'm down big. I'm in this trade. I'm losing. I'm like, okay, what trade is it? You know, where's your stop loss? Where's your TP? You know, what's going on, right? Long story short, I'm asking, well, how much are you down? I was doing a meeting. He called me back again. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to get with you as soon as the meeting's over. I contact this person. So I'm trying to look to see, okay, how many pips are they down? Did they get in the wrong way? What happened? At the end of everything, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This man was trading a demo account. It wasn't even real money in a demo account. What are the chances of that individual ever being able to trade in the live markets? Wrong mindset. Couldn't even control his emotions on a demo account. We see people, they get into a trade, the trade goes a little bit to the negative, they close the trade. I'm out. Didn't hit the stop loss, a little bit to the negative, they close the trade just to see the trade take off and go in the proper direction. Then they get back in. They're on the emotional roller coaster within a winning trade. You want to be aware of that. True story. He was on a demo account. Okay, let's get into a few things. Memory, very, very important, right? Short-term versus long-term trading. Ladies and gentlemen, to be profitable over time, what we want to do, we want to get trading from our short-term memory to our long-term memory. I do the same things, wax on, over and over again, repetition, the same thing. Trading now, for me, is in my long-term memory. I don't get into the market, well, I'm thinking about this, maybe that. No, it's automatic in my long-term memory. Now, what is short-term memory, right? Short-term memory are things that's stored in our brains, our minds for a short period of time, you know, like sounds, images, words, things like that, right? These are things that they pretty much come in and we forget them very quickly over a short period of time, right? Short-term memory, we're able to store 5 to 9 things. You know, this is all from scientific data, you know, in the frontal lobes of our brain for short periods of time, right? You know, my car keys, where did I put my phone again? You know, little things like that, we just forget, you know, looking for your mobile phone, right? Now, long-term memory, right? This is the part of our brain that makes up who we are. We can go back years, remember events. My losing trades are in my long-term memory. I can go back and show you periods where I felt the pain of that losing trade as well as the winning trade. What did I do wrong here? Why did I go long instead of short? What happened? That's in my long-term memory. You want your trading plan to be in your long-term memory. You want it to be automatic, right? Now, one of the things that they found, things that are contained in our long-term memory are things that are important to us, right? And things that we repeat over and over. True story, I was watching this show, and it's one of the comedian shows, late night talk shows here in America, and they went out on the street and they were asking individuals, couples, men and women, different questions. So they went up and asked this gentleman, he was with his wife and his kids and his girl, what was the name of the teacher for his girls in school? Guess what? This man didn't know one one name of one teacher. He had like about three girls. He couldn't think of one name. Now, does that mean he's a bad father? No, because the name of the teacher wasn't that important to him. What's important to him is providing for his family, working, bringing home money, making sure that they have all the things that they need. Now, they asked the mother, what the mother knew all the names of every single teacher. The mother had those names in her long-term memory. Now, I'm sure the father heard those names before, but they weren't important for him enough to remember them, right? And things that are repeated. How do you become a good trader? Repetition, 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 doing it over and over and over and over again till you can't get it wrong. That's how you get there. Many people, they take a few trades, they sign up for 2 months, 3 months, a few weeks. Oh, I'm not making $1,000 a day. This doesn't work. I quit. No, it's the repetition, getting your trading plan, getting your strategy into your long-term memory over time. So now you can go back and explain how you do what you do. That's when you know you got it. That's what the educators do day in, day out. Over 100 educators, multiple languages, 7 days a week, going over their trade plan. This is what I want you to notice, right? If you notice, Gold Cup pretty much does what? Gold Cup, right? Swipe Coin does what? Swipe Coin, right? I'm pretty known for the SPX 500, right? We focus in and we master a few techniques, a few pairs. What does an amateur trader do? They're trading everything, this strategy. Every 7 days, they have a new strategy. Well, have you seen this strategy? Have you seen this indicator? Have you seen Jack of all trades, master of none, right? You want to focus in. Do you know that the banks, if you went right now and worked for, and they were hired you as a bank or a big hedge fund, they're not going to have you trading gold, futures, oil, stocks, crypto, Forex, binary options. They're going to sit you down and give you one main thing, maybe two, but that is going to be your main pair, your main currency, your main market. It's too many people I see, they're trying to trade everything at one time and never really giving themselves time enough to master, to understand that market that they're trading, right? Okay, driving a car is a great example of long-term memory. Think about the first time you learned to drive a car, right? You put your hand on the wheel, you had to put on the seatbelt, you're adjusting the rear view mirror, the side mirror, you're putting the car in different gears, right? You're doing all these things. You may be a little nervous. You may have a parent, an instructor there. You're a little nervous, right? And you got to think about that. Am I doing this right? Now what happens, right? You jump in the car, people are eating food, women are putting on makeup, people are talking on the phone. You're doing all these different things. Why? Because driving is now in your long-term memory. When you get in your car, you don't think about putting in the reverse, you do all those things automatically, just like this, like clockwork. It's in your long-term memory. That's where you want your trading to be, in your long-term memory, right? We're going through. Okay, here are a few habits, right? Habits and stress, right? Our brains are designed to handle stress for short periods of time. This is one of the reasons why trading can become so stressful, because when you have your real money on the line, and I suggest never trading with money that you cannot lose. You don't want to trade your family's money, your savings. This is why I suggest sharing the information, becoming a chairman. So now you can earn a residual income by simply helping other people learn about this information, you could take that money now and have additional income to trade with, right? Okay, long duration of stress can be habit forming. What does that mean, Andre? That means if our brains, if we're under stress for long periods of time, and this is why people have nervous breakdowns, different things, your body tries to compensate, and now you stay in that state for a long period of time, and now you're living a stressful life. That's why when people sit down to trade, they're already stressed out. They're worried about their past loss, when they all those different things. You want to be aware of these things, control your stress levels. That's why it's good to get away from the markets. When you have a winning day, you have a winning trade, you have a winning period, don't try to get more. Take those profits. That's what I'm always saying in my trades. What? Practice proper risk, right? Practice proper risk. Take those trades, take that session. People get on sessions and they'll have a winning session. They earn pips, earn money. Then they cannot get away from the computer. They stay in, they're over trading, and know what they do? I did it before. I used to do it. You give back all your profits back to the market. I remember I used to trade from Monday to Thursday, win, get it on Friday. Fridays the market could be kind of crazy. Even non-farm payroll, give back all the profits. You want to pace yourself, right? Once again, this comes down to trading without a specific set of rules and make sure everything is stored in your long-term memory, right? Here, just some things to reduce stress, exercise, get with your family, support groups. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, a lot of people, once they get a taste of the information, they begin to try to do this all on their own. Trading can be a lonely thing because you know what? You have a phone, a tablet, computer, you're by yourself, you're there, you're pushing all the buttons, you're doing your analysis. Make sure you plug into the education, plug into the groups. Even if you're confident, get on Go Live TV. You're always going to hear something different. Trade with a group of people that will also hold you accountable and quiet that voice, that crazy voice, that greedy voice that may destroy your trading account. You always want to plug in. And the same thing with team building. You know what? Some people say, well, you know what? I know the presentation. I'm not going to a meeting, all our online meetings. You know what? When you're up, the meeting needs you. When you're down, you need the meeting. Plug in, always plug in, get that mindset. I listen to motivational things every day on trading psychology, on just positive mental things, on team building. It all comes together. You show me a person who has a discipline to trade, I can show you a person who has a discipline to go chairman. You show me a person who has a discipline to go chairman, I can show you a person who has a discipline to trade. If you can't do one, you can't do both. Andre, how can you say that? You know why? Because they both require the same dedication, commitment. You got to have a high IQ level, as my sponsor, Mr. Lawrence Young, always says, a high I quit level, right? Don't quit, keep going. Most people don't stick around long enough for the magic to happen, right? Short-term memory, once again, repetition, repetition, repetition. I cannot stress that enough. Well, Andre, I tried the strategy, it didn't work. Try it again. Keep trying it until you find the one that makes sense for the way that you see the market, right? Here, information goes in. We pretty much sort it out. Is this information important or not? If it's not, we let it go. If it is, or if we repeat it, it will be stored in your long-term memory. Now, very key important thing right here with the long-term memory, right? The same way that you can store positive information to help you, is also the way that we can store bad habits. Bad habits. What's a bad habit? Well, for me personally, I always trade with a stop loss, because when I don't, especially if you're trading indices, especially if you're trading Bitcoin, things that are very volatile, that can be here one moment and boom, there the next moment, I suggest you always have a stop loss, right? Well, I don't need a stop loss because I don't want to get stopped out, whatever it is, right? You shouldn't have a problem with getting stopped out if you understand the system, if you understand market structure, if you're utilizing proper risk management. Well, so once again, good habits and negative habits can be stored in our long-term memory. That's why people who have a lot of bad habits regarding trading, it's hard for you to teach them anything new, because that long-term memory, those bad habits are stored there, and they keep repeating and doing those things over and over again. So once again, always, once again, be aware of this information. Get your trading plan, practice that trading plan, go over it, Have a strategy. Don't just jump into the market. Well, I think oil is going up. I think gold is going down. I heard the news. My uncle said this. This person said that. The market cares nothing about our opinions and our concerns. The market is going to do what the market is going to do always, right? That's why one of the things you have to learn is admit when you're wrong and turn around. If you thought everything was going down and everything starts going up, at some point, you should have a point, which is your stop loss, that you are wrong. Turn around and go the other way. You know what? Don't get to the point where I know it's coming back. I know I'm going to, famous last words. Don't do it. Don't do it, right? And these are some of the things to help you. I'm going to do this and put it also on cmprofits.com very soon. Now, let's jump over into the charts. Boom, 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 boom. We're rolling a lot of information. If you guys are getting some value from this, put a 7 in the chat. If you get some value, put a 7 in the chat, please. I know I'm talking fast, a lot of information. And we're already an hour in. I could do a training on this for 5 hours straight. A lot of information. Okay. Woo. Now, what you're looking at right here is on MetaTrader 4. Let's begin with the old SPX 500 there, right? Once again, these are Fibonacci candlesticks, and they are in MetaTrader 4. If you don't know, just go here, go to custom, and just look for them in there somewhere, Fibonacci candlesticks right there, right? Now, this is what you're going to do with Fibonacci candlesticks, right? Let me show you this. Let me show you this. One second here. Okay. This is one of the things I suggest, right? Let me move this over here. Let me do this first. Let's get rid of the Fibonacci candlesticks, right? I'm gonna go with the regular candlesticks, right? Nothing wrong with trading with regular candlesticks. If you know all the patterns, I don't know all the patterns. I didn't learn all the patterns. I'm a kiss it type of person, right? I like to kiss things. Keep it super simple. Some people know all the candlestick patterns, engulfing this. Nothing wrong with that, right? I like Fibonacci. What may work for me may not work for you. Find what works for you. And when you find it, ride out with it, right? Why do I like Fibonacci candlesticks? It takes out the noise of the market. I trade all time frames, from the 1 minute to the daily. I look at multiple time frames. I'm a price action trader. And I just follow price, right? So this is a view. Let me go down to the 1 hour time frame. Here's a view with the regular candlesticks. Here, we can see a few big drops, right? No problem. And what I suggest you do, if you utilize the Fibonacci candlesticks, go here, go to custom. When you put them on your chart, right, what you want to do, under the inputs, this is where you're going to change the colors, right? Not under colors on most MT4s, it won't stay. Under inputs, I like to use, not red, I like to use a tomato color. I don't like the bright red. I'm going to change it to tomato. On my blue, I don't like to use green, I like blue. I may go with a deep sky blue. Whatever your preference is, just roll with it, right? I hit OK, bang, it's there. Now I get rid of the regular candlesticks, and all I see is the smoothness of Fibonacci, which means average pace, right? That's what I like. And then you just save it. Go up here and hit save it as Fibonacci or whatever you want to name it, right? Okay, so looking at the charts, right? Andre, how do you call these trades, right? Very simple, right? Not easy, but simple. One nugget I'm gonna give you guys, write this down. On the daily time frame, right? Trade in the direction of the previous day's color. This is only with Fibonacci candlesticks, right? Trade in the direction of the previous day's color. What does that mean? That means here we can see it's been blue, 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 blue going up. So that means if we entered the market somewhere over here on this day, which was December 1st, the previous day color was what, everyone? Was blue, right? Kissing it. We're keeping it super simple. It was blue. That means only trade in the direction. That means here on, this was November 3rd, right? Once again, this is on the daily time frame utilizing the Fibonacci candlesticks, right? This means right here on 11/4, November 4th, the previous day color was blue. I also see a doji here, which is a possible trend reversal. That means, boom, just trade blue. Andre, when do I enter? You could drop down to any time frame you want, right? I'm talking fast. I'm going through this information fast. Any time frame, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, does not matter. All you want to do is look for blue. Andre, how can I enter, right? The best time to buy is what? After a sell. Ladies and gentlemen, right here was a nice little pullback, right? Right here. It pulled back down. You got two candles going the opposite way, in this case, red, which was a simple dip. So what you do, you bought the dip, right? Boom. Andre, when I enter, I would say after this let one candle lock in and then enter on this candle. So this would have been our entry candle right here. I'm marking this, kissing it, keeping it super simple. Where do I put my stop loss? Below the last little dip, below right there. There's your stop loss, right? Now, take profit can be subjective. You may want to use Fibonacci. You may want to use prior support and resistance, supply and demand zones, simple market structure, marking up your chart, right? Let's look and see what happened, right? It went up to right where? Right here. Boom, to this area right here. So what do you mean, Andre? It went up. This is every 15-minute, up, 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 up. Here, you see your first possible trend change reversal candle. Right here, we see a red candle, right? Let that one close. So on this candle, I would have saw this red candle, right? So, Andre, why did it stop there? Let's look back, right? Boom, 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 boom. To know what may happen in the future, always look back to the past, right? The left is history, the right is a mystery, right? Lo and behold, look what happened right here in this area. And this is what I want you to understand, right? Support and resistance lines are like zones. Look at them as zones, right? The line does, some people put the line at the top of the wick. Some people put it at the body of the candles. It does not matter. Think of this whole thing as a zone. Andre, what do you mean by that, right? So this is what I mean, right? I'm looking at this whole area as a zone. So that means prior, we're in this trade going up. Where may it go up to? It went up to here previously. It went up to here. So that means I'm looking at this saying, okay, this may be an area of resistance, the ceiling. Price may go up to it and can't break it. So when you guys hear me put down, in my notes, it has to break this area, get above this, get below that. This is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm talking about, right? So right here, we looked over here. That may be where you want to put your last take profit. This went up how many pips? About 300 pips. That's one of the great things I like about the SPX 500. Those of you who are trading a standard lot, that's $3,000 in a few hours, right? So as it's going up now, you may have TP1 here, you may have TP2 there. Anywhere over here that you're looking and seeing that price went up previously and hit these areas could be your TPs, right? Anywhere. Once again, after it moves a certain amount into profit, move your stop loss up and lock in. Write this down, ladies and gentlemen. Never, ever, 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 ever move your stop loss into more risk. Andre, what do you mean by that? Very simple, right? Let's say for this example, we took this trade, right? Make this bigger so you can see this. Boom, 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 boom. I want you to get this, right? This line right here, this red line is our stop loss. This red line, right? That's our stop loss. And once again, this is hypothetical. It could be from any trade you're taking. It's a stop loss. We're entering the trade somewhere in here. We got into trade somewhere in here. What I'm saying is this, right? Let's say this began to come down instead of going up, right? What you could do, some of you know, sometimes it goes to the right to a few pips from the stop loss and goes off. But for whatever reason, it begins to go down, right? And you say, okay, you get nervous. Once again, trading psychology, you're an emotional roller coaster. I don't want to lose a trade, especially when we over leverage. That's the part of we're over leveraging. When you over leverage, it causes you to see ghosts, causes you to hear things, causes us to do crazy things in the market, listen to that voice, because we have a lot of money on the line and we don't want to lose it. We don't want to be wrong. This is one of the reasons why women are better traders than men, because women have a tendency to follow basic instructions and just take it step by step. Men, we want to hit a home run every time. We want to go for broke. We want all the money, all the smoke, everything, right? So here's what happens, right? The market begins to move down, right? So you say, oh, I don't want to lose. And what do? You move the stop loss down, give it more room. And it begins to go down more. Uh-oh. And you move down more. And then what happens? You say, you know what? I'm just going to take the stop loss off. because I don't want to lose anything. And what happens? It's one of those trades that never comes back or goes down just enough to wipe out all your money in your account. You're in over leverage, and now you're hoping, praying, God, please, if you let this one come back, I'll never, ever, 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 ever over leverage again. Next week, you're back in there over leverage again, doing the same thing, right? But once again, practice. Go listen, ladies and gentlemen, we all have a personal journey to go through when it comes to trading, right? We all. Some of us are going to pick this up soon. Some of us are going to pick it up later. Some of us are going to quit. Some of us are going to give up. Some of us are going to come in and follow directions, follow risk management. Some of us are going to, you know what? I got it. I'm going to figure it out. Some of us are going to gamble. Your own personal journey, I can tell you this: if you keep running in the race, you will get to the finish line. Most people, they stop running, they stop walking, they start walking, they start crawling, they lay over for dead, and they just give up and quit, right? Keep going on your journey and just remember that eventually you will get it. It's very, very simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. So my suggestion, only move your stop loss into profit to lock in profit. Never move it into more risk, because now you may move it into more risk this time and you get away with it. But I guarantee you this, there'll be that one trade where you'll move into risk, and that's going to be the trade. It's going to be a trend reversal. God, listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this, right? Real example. Let me clear this all out the way right here. Do you know how many people, real time, blew their accounts on this move right here? Do you know how many people say, you know what? It's going to keep going up right here. When this was happening in real time, let me do this, right? When all you can see is this to my far right. Oh, it's going up, it's going up. Everybody's happy, party, it's going up, it's going up. I think it's going to go up to whatever. I see the fib zone in the sky. It's going up, you feeling confident. This is why the banks, if you're trading the bank, they have a manager over your shoulder, that other voice, right? The next voice who's keeping you in check. And guess what? Not just when you're doing bad, even when you're trading well, when you're earning money for the bank, when you're earning money, you know why? They know that as human beings, once again, we get euphoric, we get excited, begin to forget everything. And now that crazy voice is saying, you know what? This is a time to put the hammer down. This is a time to put all the money in your account and get those next 100 pips and just double, quadruple, flip that account, turn 1,000 into $10,000 on one trade. So what happens right here? Notice the market, right? There's something for you to notice right here in this area, right? And you're going to see this all the time. I call it a bull trap going up, bear trap going down. Notice what the market's doing right here. First, every hour up, 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 Heikenhachi candlesticks going up. When you see the flat bottom, that's strength. No wick at the bottom, strength going up. When it's going down, flat top, that's strength, strength, strength. Whenever you start to see the candles begin to wick, that is the market telling you, I'm beginning to lose strength. The bulls that were driving the market up, they're beginning to lose a little strength, and the bears are trying to take over because there are traders that know this area may be a past area of resistance. It may be an overbought area or whatever. But notice the candles now, they're no longer making higher highs consistently. Now they're channeling, going sideways, beginning to consolidate. But the novice trader, people who don't know, don't realize, like I used to do, we begin to still pile on money here. And what will the candles do? They'll keep just going up, just enticing you. Going up, oh, hit the button, hit the buy button. In your mind, all you begin to see is what? Buy, 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 buy. And what happens? As soon as they trap enough buyers, they lower the boom. The hammer goes down, boom, boom. Like the market's laughing at you. And they drop that thing like a ton of bricks. And the man or woman who was up here over leveraged may or may not have a stop loss. If they do have a stop loss, they begin to move it as it goes down. Oh, move my stop loss down. Let me move it down. Move. And what happens? This thing goes down 500 pips. The account is blown when all you had to do was just turn around. You got stopped out, turn around and sell it. Kiss it. Keep it super simple. That happens over and over and over again in the markets. Same thing with Bitcoin, right? Let's look at big bad Bitcoin, right? Do you know how many people got jammed up here? why is this wick like this, right? Why did this thing just do like this? That was like a 1600 pip move. You know why? Because the market knows a lot of people, they got trapped right up here. Happens over and over again. You're going to begin to see these things over and over again, right? What happened previously? The same example. Every 4 hours, up, 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 up. Oh, Bitcoin's going to 30,000. It's going to 50,000. They begin looking at the news, all the gurus on the internet. It's going to 100,000. Oh, piling on. This is all the late money, the late money. Those of us in the know, swipe coin to your own announce, we were in down here writing it up, right? So the late money begins to piling up here. Once they trap all those buyers, here comes a big bull trap. Lower the hammer. Boom, boom. Before you can even blink, before you can even set your stop loss, it's over. And God help you if you didn't have a stop loss. Happens all the time. That's why you also have to be careful trying to trade news, trying to trade news. Now, here's another little quick thing I'm going to show you that you can do to give yourself a little eye in the market. Once again, this is not scientific. You can use any moving average. I'm going to give you two, right? There are many moving averages that we use. They all work some of the time. They all don't work some of the time. Write this down. Somebody put in the chat. The first one is going to be a 8 exponential moving average. I'm going to make that green. 8 exponential moving average. Someone put in the chat. Boom. There's an 8. Then I'm going to use a 44 moving average. Andre, what about the 50? What about the 100? It does not matter. Use the one you like to use. It could be any of them. Just use the same one all the time. I'm going to make this a smooth moving average. I'm going to make it yellow. I call it the yellow brick road. I'm going to make it a little bigger. Price will always come back to the yellow brick road, right? Here's the simple rules, ladies and gentlemen. If the green line is above the yellow line, all you do is buy. If the green line is below the yellow line, all you do is sell. I could teach a child to do that. Most adults cannot follow simple instructions and they still can't do it. So that means over here on 2 November on the 4 hour on Bitcoin, when the 8 crossed above the yellow brick road, you should have been looking long in Bitcoin all the way up there, 3,000 pips, and buy your new house, your new car, whatever you want to do, right? That is a 4 hour time frame. Works the same on every time frame. Does not matter. Here was a big drop in February. Boom, green line cross the yellow line. You're in for a short, right? Same thing happens time and time again, no matter what time frame you're on. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame, right? Talking fast, going fast. When you do this over and over, you begin to practice, you begin to know where the things are going to happen, right? I can just look at this and eye it. I'm going to say about right somewhere in here. I'm going to drop down. I'm looking at the 1 hour Hikanachi candles. They are beginning to make lower lows. I see dojis in there. Here's what I want you to understand, right? The smaller time frames happen before the bigger time frames. The bigger time frames give you the structure. But when I drop down to the 15-minute, I'm looking to see the green line cross the yellow line somewhere in there. Let's see if I'm right. I'm going to drop down. Boom. I got it right on, right there. Andre, how do you know that? It's like magic. No, repetition, doing it over and over again, using the same two moving averages over and over again. There it is right there. I could have came in right there. My stop loss above right here. Boom, boom, boom. Drive it down for about almost 400 pips. Same thing happens, right? That's the 15-minute. The 5-minute cross before the 15-minute cross. Let's drop down to the 5-minute time frame. Boom, right there. It came down right there, went back up. The yellow brick road now became a level of resistance, keeping the candles down. Here is a double top right here, going back down. The second candle, boom, I'm back in. Stop off above right here, boom. The market moves in waves, goes down, pulls back up, comes down, boom, boom, boom. Waves, sometimes 1, 3, 4 waves all the way down. This area down here at the bottom, it begins to consolidate again. Once again, talking fast, a lot of information I know. Don't worry about it. This is all in the academy. Area consolidation. The green line does not cross above the yellow line. I'm not buying it. Andre, it's going up. I think this is the bottom. And this is where the market gets you. People begin to buy. As soon as you buy, comes back down, stops you out. You buy again, stops you out. Oh, this one has to be going up. As soon as you get in again, stops you out. 3 strikes, you're out. When all you got to do, Andre said, if the green line crosses the yellow line, then buy. Boom, boom, boom. It doesn't happen. Oh, here it is right here. Here's the money right here. Nice little move. Cross back down. Boom. Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. Very simple. Just following 2 moving averages. Moving averages, when the market is choppy, they don't work as good. What you do, you look up a time frame. Here's a 5-minute. I'm going to look up. What's the 15-minute doing, right? 15 is below. It's still a sell. Go with a stronger time frame. What's the 1 hour doing? 1 hour is below. What's the 4 hour doing? Boom, 4 hours above. If I was just trading the 4 hour, I'm still considering this a buy. What is the daily doing? Boom. The daily went way up. Price will always return to the yellow brick road, right? It did it right here. Boom. Did it right here. Boom. Did it right here. The wider the moving averages get, the farther away price gets, the stronger the move. But once again, price will always return back to the yellow brick road. So you know what that means? Guaranteed. Boom. It will be coming down. Now, the candles will come down and this line will go up, but somewhere they will meet. When it comes down, price will either be rejected and go back up or it will come through. Notice right here, right? The green line did not get back below the yellow brick road, did not get back below the yellow brick road. So even if for whatever reason you sold here, when you see that, you should be going boom, 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 back the other way. If that makes sense, if everyone understands that, put a 10 in the chat. If you understand that, put a 10 in the chat. Talking fast, giving a lot of information, put a 10 in the chat. Once again, just a very simple strategy, something to add to your trading arsenal when you're taking trades from wherever you're taking. Let me look at my lines, the yellow brick road. Where is it? So this means if I go right here now to, let me go back to any time frame. 15-minute. This was over in September. Oh, what am I seeing right here? If all we can see was this right here, it won't even let me go that far back. If all we can see was on the other side of this line, at this point right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here, are we in a buy or a sell? Right here. Put a buy or sell in there. At this point right here, are we in a buy or sell? Right here. Let me see who's paying attention. Are we in a buy or sell? Nobody knows. Somebody's thinking. Right here, put a buy or sell. Buy or sell. Buy or sell. Everybody's putting buy. No one learned anything. No one's listening to anything I'm saying. Come on. Somebody's going to put sell. Who is that put sell? Oh, now the sales are coming in. See, that's that little voice talk to you. That little voice was wrong. Buy is right. I just told you. I keep it super simple. Green line above the yellow line. Don't let that voice say, well, you know what? Whatever is happening. I'm having a lot of fun here, ladies and gentlemen, but very simple. The green line's above the yellow. You're only taking buy trades. You wait for the dip, wait for the pullback. Best pullbacks, you see a red candle, boom, second blue candle, boom, you enter. Now, right here, what happened? Went below, now you're taking all the sells. Very, very simple. No matter what you're hearing, what you're doing, go by the market. The market is always right. Right here, nice little pullback, right? At this point, a lot of people are buying, it's gonna go up. Look at that line, stayed below. Here's what I want you to understand, right? The moving averages do not control the candles. The candles actually control the moving averages, right? Moving averages are just a calculation of whatever period moving average it is, 10, 20, 50, 100 of the candles. Learn about that in the academy, learn about moving average, how they work. So in this case right here, you're thinking about it, it's going to go up. Patience, discipline, wait, the green line's still below. Even if you bought here, what should you do, right? Your stop loss should have a small stop loss. Now, in this case, let's say you bought right here at the top, right here, right? Right here. You bought right here for whatever reason, thought it was going to go up. You forgot about the green line being above the yellow line. You bought. Now, the last dip was way down here, right? I wouldn't suggest putting your stop loss way down there. That is a big risk. That's over 400 pips, right? In this example, right? What you would want to do is just put it below one or two candles, right? If you're coming on this candle, put it below, give it one or two candles, that's it, right? In this case, you were wrong. You would have got stopped out because they came back down, would hit your stop loss. You turn it, oh, the green line still below the yellow line, I forgot. You go the other way and you go down, make some money, it pulls back up. Here's a nice doji. So I love dojis, once again, unhacking out your candlesticks. Well, can't see the doji that good anymore, but here's a doji right here. Right here. Dojis are potential reversals. So what did the market do? It came down, it pulled back for a few 15-minute time. Here's a doji. Next thing, boom, the big drop, went down, couldn't break that floor. Boom. Very, very simple. Once again, do the same thing over and over again. Repetition, 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 repetition. This is just one of many ways to trade. What you can also do, you can slap a Fibonacci on this thing. I recommend Curtis Cobain Branch. Awesome training on Fibonacci. Slap the fib levels on there. Boom, it comes up to the 23.6 or 38.2. Boom, right here. The 50%, 61.8. Just keeping it super simple and different places to place your fibs. I don't get too technical on it. Once again, just to give yourself a key, a foundation in the market to know what you're looking at, right? So right now, if I went to the pound yen, right? And just with the information I went over, I told two things today, right? Trading with the previous day's color on the daily time frame, right? What was the previous day's color for the pound yen? We're on this candlestick right now is open. The red. The previous day was what? What color was it? Someone put in the chat. What color was the previous day, right? Not including the one we're on right now. What was the previous day color? Blue, 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 right? Now you may say, well, Andre, the previous day was blue. So if I had to trade blue, I would have lost, right? You're going to have that sometimes, right? Sometimes the previous day, but here's what would have happened, right? This is why I utilize stop losses. Let's say we're going to get into a buy, right? Let me mark this first of all. Boom, boom, boom. Go back to the daily, right? Day is 24 hours. Let's say we're going to enter on the 15-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame. It does not matter, right? It does not matter, right? The best time to enter a buy is after what? After a sell, right? You're buying real estate, right? The best time to buy the house is not when it's worth 300,000, it's when it's worth 100,000. You buy low to go up, and vice versa. Best time to sell is when the house is worth 500,000, not when it falls down to 200,000, right? So let's say for whatever reason in this case, I was going to buy, I don't know, wherever. I'm going to pick right here, right? Right here. I saw this little dip right here. I bought on this candle right here for go up, and it came back down. I may have locked in profit. I didn't. The key thing is this, right? Even if you're wrong, it comes down, hit your stop loss, you're out of the trade. You're out of the trade. And then you notice it's going down, pulling back, going down, pulling back, going, hey, you know what? This thing is turning over. So that's how you can still, when you have these days, when it's switching, right? This is what you want right here. I mean, for how many? 14 days, just straight down, 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 down. Here, blue, how many days? 8 days. You're going to have those runs. And when you recognize them, some runs will be long, some runs will be short, some runs will be consolidation, right? So then what you could do is this, right? You may say, you know what? I'm going to bracket this area off. I'm going to do like this. Boom, 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 boom. Go with here. You may do this something like this. I'm not going to trade until it breaks out of this zone, either down or either up. This resistance ceiling or this floor down. Very, very simple things. Once again, this is all in the academy. Look at this. I just bracketed that up. There's a good chance that this thing, and for those of you who follow my notes on the pound yen, there's a good chance, high probability, nothing guaranteed, that it may go back up. So we're here hitting the floor, strike one, strike two, strike three, like baseball. 3 strikes, you're out. This may be the strike for this thing to begin to turn around. Well, Andre, when do we get in? Here's a 1 hour view. Here's a 15-minute view. You're going to even put on the 2 moving averages. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to do it real quick. Here's a 44, Yellow Brick Road. I'm going to put on the 8. Boom, boom, boom. Doing this real fast. 8 exponential. Once again, you can use any moving average you want. Some people like to use Heikelberg clouds. There's so many different things you can use, right? Now, would we buy right now in the 15-minute? Yes or no? Would we buy? Yes or no? Harmonics. Harmonics are great. Listen, the harmonic scanner, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go back to that video right here. The harmonic scanner. For those of you who do not know, right here, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to go down. Nope. Go back up to system right here. System. The harmonic scanner is a trend reversal software algorithm. Watch this video right here. Benny Allen. Who's that? Manny Quinones. Awesome training in the groups on the harmonic scanner. This is what the harmonic scanner does. It calls these four. So if you don't remember all this stuff, boom. So right here on the 15-minute, I'm not buying. 5-minute. If you want to buy in the 5-minute, you may get in early right here on the 5-minute, go. The key thing is this. It's not a matter if you're wrong or right. If you're wrong, how much do you lose? If you're right, how much you earn. That's the key thing. Stop being panicking. Oh, I don't want to get into a trade. Hey, practice proper risk management. Use your trade plan. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You lose a little bit. You win a lot. Listen, there are only a few trades that should ever happen to you, right? One of them is a small win, right? Another one is a big win. Another one is a break even trade. You got in, you broke even at the stop loss or whatever. The next one is a small loss. The trade that we should never have is a big loss. Only the big loss can hurt us, ladies and gentlemen. That's the one that could take all our money. Andre, what do you mean by that? Very simple. I'm going to show you again. The big loss. And this is about when we're trying to be right. We don't want to be wrong. Here's my example, right? Let's say for whatever reason, right? Right here, when this was going up, at this point right here, and mark this right here. This was going up right here. It broke through resistance. It pushed up whatever. You thought it was going to keep going up to the sky, to the moon, to the stars. And for whatever reason, it turned around, you can see. And for whatever reason, that little small voice says, it's going to come back. It's going to turn back around. It's going to turn back around. It's going to turn back around. And you move your stop loss, right? And you hope and pray it goes down, it goes down, it goes down, it goes down. Oh, right here, it's going to come back up. It goes down even more. All right, it's going to, and it keeps going down. And now you got in the market way up here at 140, and now it's way down here at 138. You allowed what could have been a small loss to turn into a big loss. That's the trade that takes us out of the game. That's the trade that'll kill us every time. That's the trade that will blow our accounts. That's the trade that will keep us from getting what we deserve out of these markets, keep us from being profitable traders. Remember, once again, what experts do, we cut our losses right away and we let our winners run. A prime example, I called trades on the SPX, and this is what I want you to understand about the trades I call. This is just for me, right? There is nothing wrong with taking profit at TP1. Nothing. If you get a TP1 and that's as far as you want to go and that's where you feel comfortable, you set that TP to TP1, get out. Forget that it goes a gazillion pips after that. TP2, TP3, oh, I should have stayed in. No, know what? You won. You earned profit. You won. You just did what 99% of people can't do. You made money. Don't try to jump back in because everyone's still talking about them. We're making TP3. Now, what I just showed you, you know how to get back in. Wait for the pullback to do its thing, whatever, or whatever strategy you're using, right? But if you take TP1 or TP2, be satisfied with that. Wait for the next setup, relax, and realize that you are earning and doing something that 99% of people on planet Earth don't even know how to do, don't even know exists. You have now followed a simple trading plan, simple instructions, and you earn money. Don't worry about how many pips it goes. Your key thing is to get your piece, get your share of the market, of those moves, and be satisfied. So if you're trading and someone calls a TP somewhere and you feel comfortable with whatever amount of pips, now, this is what I will say, right? And I want you to remember this. You can lose money by having a bigger stop loss and a smaller take profit. Andre, what do you mean, right? This is another trading I do. As a matter of fact, it's a money management video. If I come into the market and I'm risking $10, I'm looking to at least earn $20, $30, $40. I'm not risking $10 just to win $10. So that means if my stop loss is 10 pips in the market, my stop loss is 10 pips. Get a clean chart. If I'm risking 10 pips, right here, my stop loss is here, 10 pips. I entered right here. Let's say this is 10 pips. I'm not taking profit at 10 pips. That's a 1-to-1 risk to ratio, risk to reward. By doing that, you got to have a very high win rate just to break even, not to make a profit. You got to be winning like 75% of your trades just to break even. I want a 2-for-1, 3-for-1. That means if I'm risking 10, I'm looking to get 20, 30, 40 risk to reward. By doing that, when I lose a trade, My next winning trade makes up all my losses. If that makes sense, put a two in the chat. If that makes sense, put a two in the chat. Put a two in the chat if that makes sense. We're going on 2 hours. And I could do 2 hours more. Okay. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, you guys got some value from that. I know I was talking very fast, but this is recorded. I'm a natural fast talker anyway. A lot of information, a lot of content. I will implore you, one, to complete the I Am Master Academy. Most people never complete that academy, and they don't even realize that they don't know what they don't know, the information they're missing. Get on Go Live TV every day. My next thing I implore you, and come on, get on our calls, get on these calls. As a matter of fact, this is Thursday tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. For those of you on the East Coast of the US, whatever GMT time is, we're going to have an amazing call. It's called the Rich Girls, Rich Guys Trade. There'll be a lot of people from all over the world. You're going to hear from some phenomenal testimonials. We've got people who moved and moved to an island from the money they made from earning trading. Now, past performance, no guarantee of future, gains, but disclaimer, it's real, it's happening. There's risk in trading involved. That's why it's important to get the knowledge, get the information, get the tools, get the mindset to take your trading to the next level. So what I recommend, join us on these calls, invite your guests, get your people on this call, begin building your team, hit the rank of chairman. Hey, listen, Chris Terry is paying the money out instead of spending money on print ads, radio. You want to get here. Do you understand, just as a Platinum 5000, if you're in the United States, that is $60,000 a year, $1,250 a week. There are people coming out of university, coming out of college with 2 degrees, and they're not earning $60,000 a year. Forget Chairman 10. As a Chairman 10, you're in the top 7% of income earners in the world. In the world. Many people would love $120,000 a year. That is the base. When you hit the rank of chairman, there's also an additional bonus the 15th of every month. My sponsor, Lawrence Young, him and his wife, Tamara Young, they'll be on the call tonight. They are chairman 50s. That's an extra. What can you do with extra $12,500 a week? What could that do for your trading account with the information that you've learned with Swipe Coin, Swipe Trade, DeLorean, Pivots, Levits, all these amazing tools that we have? Once again, what I want you all to start doing, take all the trades, but practice proper risk management. Stay off the emotional roller coaster. Remember trading psychology and watch your account begin to grow exponentially. It's the same thing with your team. Your team begins to grow exponentially with all the information that we have to help people. A lot of people right now are looking for help. We have the 2 bags of gold. Bag 1 is trading. That's the first bag of gold. The second bag of gold is for you to pick your spot on this compensation plan, get it done, get there, so you can have this residual money coming in. Listen, guys, when I'm out trading or I'm at the mall, the spa, the beach, after this, I'm gonna get a workout. Guess what? Because I took the time to send people and put them in front of this information, because I took the time to open my mouth, I didn't keep this to myself. As a matter of fact, if you have this information and you keep it to yourself, you're doing a lot of people a disservice. Andre, why do you share the information? Guess what? People say, well, I don't want to recruit. Don't recruit, share good news, share the information. Here is why I shared it, right? Before this, I was running a business. I had employees, I had overhead. I'm worried. Sometimes I had to, sometimes after I paid the employees, I had less money for myself, right? And I got the call to look at this. If my sponsor didn't take the time out to share this with me, guess what? You guys wouldn't be getting this information today. I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have this, the tools. So each one teach one, everyone help someone else. Don't look at this as recruiting. Look at this as doing your godly duty to spread the good news and help other people and share the knowledge. It's not for everybody. Most people won't do it, but guess what? For those of us who understand it, those of us who have the vision, those of us who master this number one income skill in the world, this is simply life-changing. It can change your address, where you live, where you drive, even the food you can eat. Now, when I go to the restaurant, I don't look at the price on the menu. I just order what I want. This is the difference between buying used tires for your car and buying brand new tires. This is a difference between you being able to have the money to give to your spouse, your kids, your parents, help pay off the student loans, help you send your kids to school, help retire your parents, help retire yourself, help get that new home, help yourself being able to wake up when you're finished sleeping. No more than an alarm clock. No boss. No fighting traffic. No longer asking a person, boss, can I take a vacation? Boss, can I get off work early? Boss, can I come into work late? Ladies and gentlemen, listen, these are $1 trillion markets, largest financial markets on the entire planet. This is where all the big boys, the big girls play. We have the knowledge. And once again, I'm so thankful, grateful for this information. And as you can see, I'm super, super excited as always. Take this thing serious. Don't quit on yourself. Let's go. Let's make 2021 the best financial year ever for everybody on this call. And I guarantee you this, right? If you commit, if you don't quit, if you stay the course, if you stay disciplined, go after goals and dreams, this will work for you. You will eventually get it. You will eventually figure it out. While you're doing all that, ladies and gentlemen, utilize the IM tools. They're all there. The strategies, just utilize the tools. That's all we have to do and profit and share the good news. So tonight, I want to see all of you guys back on this call. Get on here with us tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to have a lot of fun, amazing calls Monday through Thursday. Come on these calls, plug into the information, go through this site, every single piece of this site, and share it with your teams and change lives. Hey, my name is Andre Campbell. We will do more of these coming up pretty soon. And what I'm going to do, as always, I'm willing to everybody prosperity in life, trading, and also your business. I'm going to turn this call back over to your fearless leader. And I want you thank you guys for having me today. Thank you. Prosperity.
Thank you so much, Andre. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Amazing, guys. If you got some value, oh my God, like I don't even know what to say. Our chats are blowing up. Our group chats are blowing up. Everybody has gained so much. Please drop some fires in the chat box if you got any value. Yes. Thank you so much, Andrea. It was an honor having you. I am so sure so many people's psyche has been changed today. We are ready to get started to take our trading to the next level in 2021. Let's go. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. And I cannot wait to have everybody successful with their trades on this call. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody. Bye.